There's a lot of noise around Arsenal at the minute, but I'm not hearing anyone speak about what we're going to speak about in this video. Of course, we're going to touch on the Tottenham game amongst other things as well. Before we get into it though, I want to ask you one very quick favour. If you could please do me a favour, just hit like on this video. So, as I do with every kind of video before a match, I just want to start by asking you your score prediction for Arsenal versus Tottenham. In the last one, anyone wasn't able to get it right. I want that to change in this one. So tell me what you think the score is going to be. And if you get it right, in the breakdown video after the game, I'll flash it up on screen so everyone can see how good your football knowledge is. Right, so what am I talking about? What is no one talking? Like, there's a lot of negativity around Arsenal at the minute. All you got to do is open YouTube, open social media, and it's staring you right in the face. And when things are going wrong, it's very easy to adopt that mind frame and act like everything's falling apart, everything's a nightmare. But if you're looking at things level and balanced, it's not a nightmare right now. Now, I do agree it has the possibility to turn out that way. But if we're looking at just facts, looking at the Premier League right now, it's not as bad as some people are making out. Again, I want things to improve. I want us to sign players. But if we're strictly looking at the facts, it's not a total nightmare. We're the third highest scorers in the league. So for people saying we can't score a goal, it's just not true. Like, we're the third highest scorers in the league. We've conceded the least amount of goals. Like, there's no one in the league who's conceded less goals than us. And that's shown, like, we've got the best defence. We've been knowing this. Second best goal difference. So that's all I'm going to say. Like I said, it's easy at times to get lost in all the negativity and think like everything's on fire. Throw the club away. Get rid of the manager. Get rid of every single player. Nothing's good enough. That's just not true. Again, I feel the frustration. I want new players. I want Mikel Arteta to make some decisions at times that he's not doing. I want him to realise he's making mistakes. But let's not pretend this season is totally finished. Let's not pretend that we don't need to get behind this team. We're playing a North London derby tomorrow. If ever there was a game for Arsenal fans to try and muster some positivity, surely it's this game. We're playing Tottenham. Don't allow rival fans to get into your thinking that Arsenal are done. Like, don't let them pretend that things are worse. Like, they love it. They love seeing an Arsenal downfall. Look, Arsenal got knocked out of the cup when they shouldn't have. Arsenal lost to Newcastle when they shouldn't have. But in the league, so many people are saying the season is done. And again, I will say it's going to be very difficult. But the season's not over. Is there a small chance that Arsenal could still win the league? Yes. And that's not just me being Mr. Positive and saying, I hope Arsenal can win the league. The league isn't dead yet. We're only 9 points behind Liverpool. Some people might say 9 points is too much. You beat Liverpool, all of a sudden it's 6 points. That's 2 games. It's not impossible is what I'm saying. So if everyone wants to carry on with this negative mindset, again, which I understand, I just don't think it's beneficial. Yes, we need to strengthen in January. Yes, we need to do things next summer to improve this Arsenal attack. But like I said, the defence is now complete. Remember when Mikel Arteta come in, how much of a disgrace Arsenal's defence was. Like, now we got the least goals conceded. Last season, we was the best defensive team in the league. Midfield is getting there. We've had a report of Arsenal in deep talks with Martin Zubimendi. I will save that for the transfer video that I have coming up. But things are looking good in defence and midfield. The only area that is a valid argument when people say Mikel Arteta hasn't strengthened his forward line enough. Like, I totally agree with that point. Arteta hasn't strengthened his forward line enough. Maybe because he had Saka coming through. He had Martinelli coming through, who 2 seasons ago was world class, scoring 15 goals and probably worth about £80 million. Those players are... Saka's not available. Martinelli's not hit the heights yet. So maybe that went into his thinking. He bought Kai Havertz, which so many people wouldn't have done. He bought him as a midfielder, though. That wasn't even an attacking option. He bought him to play number 8. The way it planned out, he wasn't good enough to play number 8. He tried him as a striker and things seemed to be better. So he carried on doing that. And it seems like he bought him in as an attacker. He didn't buy him as an attacker. He bought him as a midfielder, and it would just kind of worked out, him playing better in attack. So you can kind of count it as an attacking signing. But I agree. Arteta hasn't strengthened our attack enough. He's spent a lot of money. People keep banding about and throwing at me. He spent 700 million. And what have you got for that? I'll tell you what you got for that. You got probably the best defend in the league, if not world football, certainly one of the best. You got a midfield that is stronger now, far stronger than it was a few seasons ago. So yes, he spent a lot of money, but you can see where the money's gone. Again, I think we need more money. Again, there's players he's brought in that maybe wasn't good enough, that was a mistake. You're going to find that in every single club. I can go to Man City and point to 200 or 300 million that they've spent and say, look what Pep's done. He's bought players that's not good enough. It happens with every single team. Again, all I want is a little bit of positivity around the club. I'm not ready to concede the Premier League yet. And when we're playing Tottenham, I'm certainly not going to lay down for Tottenham and say, everything's falling apart. Tottenham's probably going to beat us. I don't have that frame of mind. Tottenham aren't the best team in the world. Just look at Tottenham at the minute. The last 8 games for Tottenham, lost to Newcastle, drew with Wolves, lost to Forest, lost to Liverpool, beat Southampton, lost to Chelsea, lost to Bournemouth, drawn with Fulham. They've lost 5, draw 2, and they've got 1 win in the last 8 games. Again, it's a North London derby, so anything can happen. I understand that, but I'm not going into this game against Tottenham with this negative attitude or mentality, because it can't do the team no good. Again, everyone's allowed their opinion. They're allowed to not want the manager or not like the manager or not like certain players. That's absolutely okay. But for me as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to get behind these players, this manager, this team, especially for a game like Tottenham. Again, I'm not ready to say the season's over yet, and I'm seeing so many people act like the season is over. We're going through a bit of a bad patch at the minute. I've made videos over the past month saying things don't seem to be clicking quite as well this season as they have done in previous seasons. Everyone can see it. But at the end of that, the facts still remain. We've got the least goals conceded against us. We've got the second best goal difference, and we're the third highest scorers in the league. And we sit second in the Premier League. So don't allow other people to convince you that this season is a total disaster. All this is a season with frustrations. We're used to that. We haven't won in so long. And that's why the frustration keeps growing year on year. I understand that people thought Mikel Arteta was the guy, and now they're kind of wondering if Mikel Arteta is the guy. For me, at least, Mikel Arteta is still the guy. But I will admit he still needs to change and do things differently. I think that's fair enough. Look, all I think we're seeing at the minute is an Arsenal attack without a world-class player. Like, Bukayo Saka is undoubtedly world-class. If you take Mo Salah out of Liverpool, if you take Isak out of Newcastle, and if you take Haaland out of Man City, you're gonna see a drop in goals. You're gonna see a lack of creativity maybe. You're gonna see them maybe not being quite as potent as what they could be. It's natural. You've lost your best player, your best goal scorer, your most dynamic player, your most important player maybe. So of course the attack is not going to be as good as it could be. We've got other injuries as well. I've spoke about the injuries maybe being on the club, the fact that they've stripped the club bare. We didn't bring in enough reinforcements, but that is the reality. We're without Saka. And when you're without your best player, you're probably going to struggle to score more goals or keep at the level that you have been with your best player. I think it's natural. Again, it's frustrating. I understand the frustration, but that is the reality. We're without our best player. Look, the team I think we're going to go for against Tottenham. And again, let me know yours in the comment section. David Raya, probably Timber, although he limped off late in that last game. Apparently, it was just a cramp, so he should be available for this game. Saliba, Gabriel. Who do you play? I would still play Miles Lewis-Skelly if he's available at left back. And then in midfield, I go, depends if Thomas Partey is going to be out. I would go, my best midfield is Partey, Rice, Odegaard. And then you're probably going to have to play Sterling on the right. I would go Martinelli on the left. And then it's probably going to have to be Kai Havertz up top. We've seen the injury with Gabriel Jesus. I'm just waiting for it to be confirmed. It looks like it could be a bad one, and he might miss a massive, or if not, the whole rest of the season. We're going to have to see how it goes. I want to hear your guys' score predictions as well. For me, I'm probably going to go for give me a 2-1 win. Are we going to keep a clean sheet? Like I said, it's possible. We've got the least goals scored against us, but the way we're playing at the minute, it doesn't leave me feeling as confident as maybe I would have been a few months ago. So give me a 2-1 win at home, because we've got 3 massive games coming up. These next 3 games could change the dialogue massively around Arsenal. You got the North London derby, and then you got Unai Emery coming with Aston Villa, and then you're playing in the Champions League. If you lose those 3 games, total negativity around the club. I think we just have to win this game. So for me, I go with a 2-1 win for Arsenal. But let me know your thoughts on everything you've heard in this video. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you disagree with me. I don't mind having conversations in the comments section. I don't mind people having a different thought process to me. That's absolutely fine. That's part of the reason I made this channel, to hear and try and make a platform for people to give their opinions on. So let me know yours in the comment section. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, like I said, please do me a favor very quickly. Just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.